Who are you?
I'm Rami Nasarallahi, the boss of Mailbe.at, which is an end-user product based on PT, and we will launch our software in mid of November.
And it's like a dashboard for email.
Yes, exactly. So
and it works with Outlook and Gmail.
Yes,
Does
works.
it work with Yahoo or Hotmail? Or
it works with any kind of IMAP server, and it's going to have support for Exchange. But the point is that we really bring all of the information on device and cross-connect.
And it's Android only right now.
Yes,
right?
it's Android first.
Yeah.
I think we are one of the single companies that is launching Android first.
Now there's more and more because like I was at Zillow a week ago or a couple weeks ago, and they said three out of 1 customers are on Android now. That's completely switched. The numbers are growing very fast on Android, as we all know.
Exactly.
So what does this email dashboard do?
Okay, so what we want to do is, it's very similar to the whole convergence idea. So we want to bring together your calendar, your to-dos, as well as your emails. And it's based on a graph database that can actually converge the information so that you get your data in context. Let's say I'm going into a to-do file, for example, and I have my interview with Robert Scoble, and so what I see is in context all of the messages that I exchanged about this meeting here. The same also works with calendar entries.
So you're looking into my email and trying to figure out stuff about the email, how it's connected to each other, how it's connected to my calendar. And go back to the dashboard, because that's pretty interesting. So on the dashboard itself, what are we seeing? We're seeing numbers of unreads on email.
Exactly. What you see here is a converging inbox, so we can have multiple accounts that converge into one view. We can have all emails so that you have a conversational view of your emails.
SMS too.
SMS to phone calls, so that you really cross-connect everything that you have on your device, even your contacts. And the contacts are actually also filtered by space and time. Yeah. So that's my first time here at Rackspace, so it's not predicting anybody.
And this is why you have to do this on Android, because Android does not let you see into, or Apple doesn't let a developer like you get into the dialer and into the phone information or into the SMS information. Right. Apple really wants to save that stuff for themselves.
Exactly.
And so, is this a free app or
it's going to be free for one account, and if you want to use it with multiple email accounts, then you have to pay something.
Is there an advantage to using it and to getting all your coworkers on it? Does it do something extra?
Yeah. So whenever you send an email, then we are also analyzing that content, so we can cross-connect. Let's say. A to-do list that is sent to somebody, and his client will also understand it and turn that to-do list again into a to-do that he has on his device. So it's really for making collaboration possible, so that you, for example, if you share some briefing documents via email for a meeting that you have, then if your meeting is also on Outlook or here in our client, then we show you the contextual briefing stuff.
That's cool, but I can see a lot of companies going, wait a second here, you just put a client on all of our workers' phones, and you're going inside our email and analyzing patterns from here. So what kind of privacy concerns is there? Because everybody, whenever I talk about context and all these systems that are doing all this work, everybody gets a little freaked out.
Yeah, I'm completely with you, and this is why our complete solution is on device only. So we are not using any type of cloud computing. There is no caching of your emails on our servers. This is really an APK that you install on your phone.
APK is an Android...
an Android app, exactly, that you install on your phone, and it runs locally. It doesn't need any kind of resources from our company or our servers or anything. It's really your personal knowledge that runs on your personal device.
So all that contextualizing is happening on the local phone?
Exactly.
Well, that's cool.
exactly.
That is cool.
And I think, if you look at the other people like Tempo, I think what they do is really cool. But if you talk to people who really want to use it, like in a business setting, then you have exactly that same issue.
Yeah, they're using cloud computing servers under their own control, but they're on Amazon. So now there's, I'm dealing with two companies looking at my email.
My email, exactly.
And Google's doing it too, which, I'm bought into this world. I really don't care, but everybody asks me about privacy.
Exactly. And so whenever we also talk, B2B corporations are actually interested in that. Because one of the things that you don't have is a decent email client for Exchange on Android. Yeah. There are email clients, but they look like Windows 95. And what you have here is really a sort of a modern thing that allows you to navigate your emails really in an intuitive way.
You can get into your email through the calendar item, right?
Yes, exactly.
Can you show me how that works?
Yes. So if I have my calendar entries here, then I have a couple of entries here. So let's say I have Rolf, for example. He is a journalist for Wall Street Journal who I met yesterday. Then again, you see the related emails here where we actually Julien did that. Made that meeting with that guy, so I have the briefing here, and the nice thing is you see where his office is, so I see really in that email straight on where I have to go. And this is one of the things that I really love about Petit and the...
No, you keep saying Petit. What is Petit?
So Petit...
Is that the system that's running underneath?
Exactly. We have a middleware that is doing all of the knowledge processing and the linguistic understanding, plus the graph database. And then you have apps on top that can run either by the OEM, who will customize our stuff, or our own apps, and we will later on have an SDK.
Is there a battery hit on this? Because you're doing a lot of work on the local front.
Yeah. So what is going on is we are using as much energy as these applications that we sort of replace. So we are using as much energy as your email client plus your contacts and so on, but not really much more, because we are in the context of working also with OEMs, and they are certainly concerned about two things. That's battery life and flash consumption. Yeah. And so the whole convergence of this data is really an advantage, because you have one database that you can actually work with. Plus, we have, if I may show.
And you don't, like I use Gmail, you don't mess with the Gmail. You don't change the data store on the Gmail client, right?
Yeah. So what we do is we suck the data in, we let you navigate it, and if you like, then you can also, like if you have something like a smart folder here, like my attachments, or I can actually do a new smart folder based on, let's say, my inbox. So I can do something like filter my inbox. Oops.
Yeah, it's always hard to do it on camera.
You're
not using your thumb.
So this is why the software below is called Petit, because it's based on people, things, places, and time. And now I'm filtering my email inbox by a person here. The people are actually filtered or sorted by the frequency and the location I'm in. So I could say, okay, show me all of the emails that I have from, let's take somebody who is interesting to see.
Or not interesting to see.
Or not interesting to see, exactly. It shouldn't be too disclosing.
Don't show me your mistress.
So Stefan, for example, he is head of research, so I filtered my 1,000 emails that I have in here. Yeah. And now you can store this view on the database actually as one tile in the home screen.
Oh, that's cool.
So that you can say,
so
okay,
I can watch all of my boss's emails or my group's emails.
Exactly. Or you can filter, your emails in that smart tile here, based on a company that you're interested in. Let's say Samsung or something like that. So it really aggregates stuff. one of the things that we also learned is that people are interested in attachments, direct access to attachments. So I really have a folder here with my attachments.
When you need a slide deck, that's
exactly. So
I know Rob Lajess sent me a slide deck.
Exactly.
And I want to go
so you go into that attachments thing, and again you have. My hands are too cold, I guess. Yeah. So you can again do the filter here, and certainly I have I think 1,200 contacts here. You certainly can also search or use it by. We're using public, and now I am looking at those 2 attachments that he actually sent me. So it's really an easy way to find an attachment, because that's one of the problems that professional users have.
Yep.
And so these are many things that make your life easier when you're consuming email, navigating email, especially also with the related emails and so on.
No, that's cool. Tell me about the company. How are you invested, and tell me about who's working at the company.
So we are 46 people right now. Wow. We have.
So it's not a couple kids in the garage.
No, not really anymore. We are actually over 10 years old. We sold our first technology to one of the huge manufacturers, and the technology was very similar to SwiftKey. So an expert prediction, by the way, the one that is #1 in the Android store making money. And so our technology was sold to an OEM, and we made our first money by that asset deal, which is very nice. But now we are extending towards OEMs with this kind of technology, as well as consumer facing with the Mailbe.at.
Now you can see why an OEM wants this, because this keeps them relevant and makes your email much more useful. And then all of a sudden your entire enterprise is buying this, because buying HTC, for instance, if that was a company, because you have a better email client. Right?
Exactly. And what they actually want is to use the Mailbe.at technology below to make their kind of user experience more special, like HTC Sense or TouchWiz and so on. But they have the problem usually that you have a group within the company that does the email client and the contacts manager and so on. But all of them don't have the capabilities of sharing the data as well as understanding the data. We do quite a lot of linguistic analysis, and our solution is actually running in 40 languages. So you can also have it in Hindi or Arabic or Kazakh or whatever, because that's one of the things.
Who invested in the company, or is it just self-funded from the past?
That's self-funded at the moment, and we are doing Series B, kind of looking for capital right now. So if somebody is interested in our technology, please call me or get in touch.
And where do we get this? What do we search for again on the Google Play Store?
For Mailbe.at. Mailbe.at is the first application, and then in January we will have Picture.at that is revolving around organizing your pictures, because that's another problem that people have. You have our user scenario has something like 1,200 pictures on your phone on the average, and you want to actually filter them and find them, and we can do an auto tagging again on the device. So you will shoot a picture, and then it will tag it with beach, people,
cool.
Dog, and so on.
Are you going to be at the Consumer Electronics Show then? Or
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly the idea.
I'll be there and doing a lot of work on contextual stuff, so you fit right in there. Well, thanks for coming and showing this to me. It's really cool.
Thanks
Can't wait to try it. When is this out, by the way?
15th of November, we will have it in the App Store.
All right. So I'll hold this video until the 15th, so it'll be available today.
Well, you can actually publish it if you like right now.
That's nice.
That's okay, because you are the first.
Hey, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks.